Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for being a part of the Mario TV show. And my name is Mario Osazeme. Quickly, before we go on the topic of today, we have a very, very sensitive and an important topic as well to discuss about tonight. And want you to start to share the video and invite your friends as well so they can come and join us and let's discuss this topic together. Good evening once again. You are on to the Mario TV show, and my name is not going to change. My name is Mario Osazeme. Now, I would want you to start to share the video, invite your friends, tell them about the Mario TV show. We have something again to talk about this evening. All right. Somebody right now needs advice. All right, somebody right now needs an advice, and we are here to bring up whatever we know. Good evening to you, Glory Johnson. Thank you very much. If you're there, let us know you're there. While we are waiting for others to join us, share the video, invite your friends. Good evening to you, Faith Negbedon Bright. Thank you very much. Lady Lillian Odili, thank you very much for being a part of the show. And Lady Bauerpart, thank you very much for being a part of the show today. And don't forget, we have our number right there for you to call, +39 35 1172 9387 is the number to call on the TV program today. We have a very, very interesting topic to talk about. Possibly, I know that somebody out there is going to learn from what we are going to be talking about today. Somebody I know is going to learn from what eventually we are going to be talking about today. So start to share the video, invite your friends as well, tell them about what we are going to be discussing today. Good evening to you, Bauerpart. Good evening to you, Glory Johnson. Good evening to you, Claire, Brittany Brown. Thank you very much. And Miss Jenna, good evening to you. Joseph Osaitin, good evening to you. Thank you very much for being a part of the Mario TV show today. If you are there, let us know you're there. And while we are waiting for others to join us, we want you to share the video and invite your friends. All right, share the video and invite your friends. We want people to learn. We actually want people to learn, more people to learn, as it were. So as long as you share the video, much people and more people will learn. And don't forget, this is the Mario TV show. We do not allow anybody to insult anybody, put up a foul word. We just want us to, give out some good advice, as it were, so people can also learn from what we are going to be talking about today. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Now, the number is right there for you to call in. It is right there for you to call in. If you have something to say, please. Nobody has the right to question anybody's opinion. So long you are making a choice and you're given a reason why you're making such choice, nobody has the right to question you. All right? Everybody has the right to call in the show. Everybody has the right to talk or say whatever they want to say, so long you are making points and you're making sense. All right, whatever you stand on, she removing it, she should stay, keep the baby. Let us know the reason why you're saying so. We have the number there for you to call. Let us know what road or what stand you're taking, or what step you're taking. So I'm going to explain the story so we can all listen very, very well, and before we can call in the show today. Excuse me. All right, we have a lady. Hold on 1 minute. Please share the video, invite your friends, share, invite your friends. We want more people to share the video and invite your friends so people can learn from it. I'm telling you, it's an interesting topic that people should possibly learn from. So share the video, invite your friends. Good evening to you, Lady Kate. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Mama Rosemary and Martha, thank you very much for being a part of the show today. We are gonna be, I'm gonna be analyzing the story so that we can know what really transpired, and so we know how to call in and make our suggestions as well. All right, I'm gonna explain it very well. Chief Best Osasco, good evening to you. Thank you very much. So long as you are coming in, please share the video and invite your friends as well. This is also important so that others can learn from what we are going to be talking about this evening. All right, so start sharing the video, start inviting your friends so they can come and learn from this topic tonight. Share, invite your friends, invite your friends, I beg your pardon. All right, now this is the story. For those who are watching, let's listen and so we know what we can say on this topic tonight. This lady have a baby girl that right now she's 17 years of age, and she's pregnant. She happens to be pregnant for whatsoever reason, I don't know. She's pregnant. Excuse me. She's pregnant, and she's about to get into her universities. And according to her mom, she said she actually wants her to go study. You know, she wants her to go into the university. And so right now she is confused. And then again, she has, although she was legally married, they had a divorce. All right. So she's even contemplating, let me call them my ex-husband, as it were, you know, because the husband has another family elsewhere. But because he's the father of the baby of her daughter, now she's contemplating, should I tell this man? Because she actually said she wants to get rid of the baby. She called me and said she wants to get rid of the baby, you know. So what can she do? She just go ahead doing it without the concept, seeking the concept of his ex-husband, as it were, or she should just tell her baby to keep it, tell her daughter to keep it, you know. So that is the story for tonight. So what do you think should be done? If you are asking us to, or asking her perhaps to keep her baby, it's okay. Let us know why you want her to keep the baby. The number is right there on your screen, +393511729387 is the number to call in the show. Let us know your opinion. Let me repeat what I said. This woman was once married to this man. They don't live together because this man has another family, but he does not cease to remain the father of her daughter. Now, her daughter right now, she is pregnant. About 1 month and 2 weeks. She's pregnant, 1 month and 2 weeks pregnant, you know, for whatsoever, I don't know. Now she's contemplating, she wants her daughter to go back to school. She wants her to go back to school. She wants her to go into schooling. All right. And now this might have a way of disturbing her schooling according to what she thinks. All right. This might have a way of disturbing, you know, her schooling. Now she wants a solution. What do you think should be done, you know, about this story? She's right now asking, what do you think we should do about it? Should I just go and remove the baby even without telling the father? It does not concern the father. The father has been away for so long, you know. She's saying it doesn't. So what do you think she should do? She should keep the baby, or she should tell her baby to remove it? And that is what is on ground right now. So we want you to call in and bring up your suggestion. All right, we want you to call in and bring up your suggestion. You know, sometimes before anybody calls in the show, I was in a train station one day, and as I was in the train station, suddenly a woman just passed by me and gripped a young boy. He gripped a young boy and said, "Now I dey warn you ever since. I dey warn you. You not go leave my pikin alone. You not go leave." And the child was just 13 years of age. 13 years of age, but she's very big and mature. You not go leave my pikin alone. I don't feel warn you for inside train that day. The way you today look my pikin. The way you excuse the boy's shirt. The way you today look my pikin, I don't like him. Anytime you see my pikin, you go, na small pikin oh, na 13 years. I should just say so, na 13 years. If anything happened to my pikin, I go hold you. He gripped him as she was ranting and shouting. She was shaking the young guy, If anything happened to my pikin, yes. And the boy said, "God, remove your hand from my body. Why you go to tell me that kind of thing? You don't see me see your pikin one day, You don't see me see your pikin. What thing they happen, madam? What thing they happen? So they were arguing, and I and somebody came in and said, "Madam, calm down. No, not tell me say me I calm down, brother. No, these bros, they look my pikin. My pikin a small pikin. If anything happen, I said, "No, madam, it's not so. Madam, it's not so. Have you ever called your daughter one day and asked her some questions? Have you ever called your daughter that was the first question I asked her. Have you ever called your daughter one day and tell her about all these things? That there's going to be a time in her life that a guy is going to tell her, excuse me, have you ever sat her down one day?" And that girl was so embarrassed. While her mother was shaking this young boy, her mother was shaking him, I beg your pardon. She was so embarrassed, like, what's my mommy doing? Come on. What's my mommy doing? So she was like overreacting. And I told her, "Man, it's not so. Listen, it's not so. Your daughter, you need to speak to your daughter. You need to talk to your daughter. If she has anything, for example, she's feeling something for this guy, you should tell her that she is not up to that age. She's just 15 years of age. She's just 15 years. Sorry, I beg your pardon. She's just 13 years of age. You could be the better person to explain to your daughter. Some of us, we have children as girls. We have young girls. We don't tell them anything. Please, if you have something to say, you can call in. I just narrated the story. All right, I just narrated the story. You can call directly, whether on WhatsApp or directly the number, you can call in, okay? The number is very, very accessible and reachable. Some of us women, we are so overprotective that we don't even remember to ask our daughter or to tell our daughter, how did your day went? We are not close. And most of us, we still have this African mentality, like our children they are too young to talk to them about sex. And that's why sometimes they go beyond what we tell them to bring shame to us. I'm sure if we start to tell them when they were young, they would know what to do. But because we had some things with them, or for them, or from them, rather, we had some things from them, we had information that could help them. You have a daughter and you do not understand how she's behaving, how she's acting, or how she's reacting to things. It is your duty, especially as a mother. It is your duty, especially as a mother, to call her and ask her. Don't go pointing fingers on people. Don't go pointing fingers on people, I beg your pardon, on people. And now you they follow my pikin. And now you they follow my pikin. And now you they follow. No. Talk to your daughter first. I'm seeing a comment. It's too much for these boys. I will do the same, but not shouting or gripping him. I will sit down and talk sense into his head. Are you going to talk senses into his head or her head? Who do you think you should talk to at first? For me, I think I should be able to talk to my own daughter first, lecturing her about relationship. Tell her the rightful age she should go into a relationship. African parents would never tell the child or their children when it's due for relationship, and that's why a lot of things go wrong. A lot of things goes wrong because they don't have the proper education. They don't have the proper education to educate their daughter, especially their daughter, their female child. They don't have this proper education, and then because they don't have this proper education, they go outside and meet whoever they want to meet, and they are comfortable. They can easily take the words from what their friends, what people around them tell them, because you are not so close to your daughter or you're not so close to your child. And this is a case whereby 17 years old right now, she's pregnant, and mother is thinking about removing the baby. She's thinking about taking the baby off just to ignore the reproach. Like we will always say in our Nigerian proverb, we will always say this in our Nigerian proverb, that prevention is always better than cure. If you have told your daughter these things, like, there will be no reason or no need for you to, grip anybody, or for you to insult anybody, or for you to start, talking or ranting at anybody, if you have given your child a proper education. But because most of us are parents, we are far away from our children. We don't know how their day went. We can't even have proper discussion. Your children or your child cannot look up to you and ask you some questions, cannot talk to you as a father. You are always shouting on them. You are always finding fault in them. You never want to see the reasons why they are doing anything. You always shout on them. And if you are raising your child alone, you should also understand this, that you have much bigger responsibility to take. Especially when your man is not with you anymore. You have bigger responsibilities to take on this. It's not easy, of course, we know that. It's not easy, but you on your own, you have a bigger responsibility to do and to take. Because if anything happens tomorrow, people are going to start pointing hands to you because you and the child live together. How much do you know your child? How much do you know your female child? How much do you know them? How much do we know them? How long have you told them about this is what you should do? I met somebody one time. She said, I have a daughter. She's really growing, and she the way she's acting. I said, listen, how much do you tell her about sex? How much do you tell her about relationship? What age should she go into relationship, as it were? What age should she be ready to face such responsibilities? We all have children, we have kids, but how much time do we devote to be talking to them, be asking them questions? Who is the guy talking to you now? Some of our parents cannot even ask their daughter, who is the guy talking to you right now? How many guys talk to you today? Some of us cannot even ask such questions, because we feel like when we ask them, we are spoiling them, as it were. We are spoiling them. So if I didn't want to catch you, they don't want to catch you, catch boy. That is how we talk to our children, and they are scared. They don't want to catch you, catch boy. They want to do this one, they want to do that one. But you don't call her as a daughter before it gets out of hand. If you see, you were once a child, you were once an adolescent, you were once a teenager, you've passed through the stages before. You should be able to teach your children how to get into relationship. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. If you teach them on time, of course, they are going to know on time. They are going to know what to do on time. And sometimes, and most times, whatever they had or whatever they face, whatever they've been through for a particular day, they end up telling you it is because There is a relationship that is with you guys, that is very close. But some of us, what do? Instead of us to talk to our child, we start beating around the bush. We start monitoring. We don't monitor children. We correct them. We talk to them. We be for them. We be with them. When you monitor them, you tell them. You tell them this is what you should do. This is how you should do it. And this is, you tell them. You don't monitor. You don't start telling people to look after your daughter or your son or that. You don't tell people to start looking. No. It is your responsibility to look after her. Don't let her bring reproach to you. Before you can say, hey, oh, my pikin, no. After they say, I don't take care of her well. Were you talking to her? Were you actually talking to her? Now we have a case whereby somebody is right now pregnant. I have not seen it. Somebody should call in, please. What do you think? What do you think should happen in this case? Do you think she should keep the baby, or she should? That's what we are discussing this evening. All right. That's what we are discussing this evening. So we are waiting for the first caller to call in and let us hear your opinion. You can call on WhatsApp. You can call directly on the number. It's really, really accessible and reachable. So what do you think should be done? Do you think she should abort the child? Because what has happened has happened. We can't do nothing about it. So what do you think? May she abort the pikin? May she face her school? And if she aborts that child, what are you trying to teach that child? How would she be looking at you as a mother? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure things out. If you abort it, how would she start to look at you as a mother? And that's why before we start talking about abortion, how much have you lectured your daughter? It boils down to that again. How much have you lectured your daughter to knowing all these things that we are talking about now? How much do you know your child? Do you know them? Do you know your child? That is the question before us this evening. So we are still waiting for the first caller to call in. We know it's a sensitive topic, and we know it's also interesting as well. But we want you to speak up. All right, we've seen comments, but we want you to call in and speak up and say the reasons why you think she should either take off the child or she should keep the child. All right. She actually wanted her to go back to school, and she actually wanted her to go back to school, and that's why, and that's why, this thing is coming out today or tonight. Let her keep the baby, please. This is coming from Success. Let her mother keep the baby for her to learn a lesson. All right. And what about the ex-husband of this lady? She said, probably when that man hears, he will put blames on her that she didn't take care of her baby and stuff like that and all of that. So we are still on it, and let her keep the baby. Kids are special gifts from God. Glory John, let her keep the baby, please. Tomorrow she will be proud of this decision. They should keep the baby. Aborting the baby is not an option. She can continue with her life after giving birth. Yes, they're living in Europe. Yes. But I don't want to make mention of the country where they're living in. All right. Keeping the baby does not stop her from going to school. Praise IG John. Okay. All right. A lot of people are saying she should keep the baby. Let her keep the baby. Josephine. Okay, Oma. Akin Yvonne. It's a very delicate issue, though. You know, if you are in this case, what do you think should be done? You know, Destiny Uno, let her keep the baby. Rita Williams, good evening. Okay. All right. So, what do you think should be done on this issue? Everyone is saying that she should keep the baby, and though the mother is not even ready to be a grandmother anyway. The mother is not ready to be a grandmother. She should keep the baby. Okay, a lot of us are saying she should keep the baby, of course, but I'm trying to point out some issues out here. You know, everybody, we're all human beings, and we want to protect what's ours. You know, we want to protect whatever is ours. You know, and then again, if we were to have this child, for example, how would it feel like? You know, everybody's seeing that your daughter that you have been so proud of, and that's the only child she have. I didn't want her to say this, but let me just put it out, spill it out. That's the only child that she has. You know, she actually want the best for her, but she was not so smart as a mother. Listen, you're watching me right now. You are not so smart as a mother to take care of your child. Yes, they're not the baby father. Yes, they're not the baby's father. The baby father didn't even deny it. He said he is the one responsible. In all this children stuff now. The young guy, according to what she told me, is about 21. They're just young, 21. That one does still pass on the age. You know, and she's still on the age, and that's why she's like, come on, this shouldn't be happening now. You know, it shouldn't be happening now. So, what is your decision? What do you think should be done? And what are your reasons? Why do you think she should probably keep the baby? You know, or take the child off. So we are still waiting for first caller to call in. All right, somebody's saying it's not being about smart mom. Okay, bless I don't offend some people. If you know it's not about being a smart mom, probably she was having a stubborn daughter, as it were rather. So we want you to call in and explain what you think should have been done, or what you think she should do about this issue tonight. You know. Okay, let them keep the baby, please. Let them keep the baby. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, Samari.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. I want to contribute to the show you're having this evening. Hello? I said I want to contribute to the show you're having this evening.
Go on, please.
Okay. To me, I don't advise her to take the baby off for the child. First of all, I wouldn't know what religion. Maybe she's a Christian or a Muslim. Even either of the two, it's wrong. It's wrong to do an abortion.
Okay.
Fine, the deed has been done. It's not a pleasant issue anyway, you know. Somehow the mother could have been part of it. Why I said part of it, maybe she didn't really give the child proper education concerning that and all that. Somehow along the line, I'm not blaming her. I said she might be. On the other way around, you know, she might have been talking to the child, telling her this is what you're supposed to do, you shouldn't do this, not the kind of friend. You know, some children, they can be tend to, you know, I don't know how to put it. You know, some children, you talk to them, they want to, most especially like in this Western world we are, you know, once they get get to that puberty age, you know, they start telling you that they have rights to decide on what to do and all that. Fine. So it could be from the mother's side, the mother's fault or the child's fault. But now the deed has been done. For me, the child shouldn't do an abortion. That one, because I heard you said the mother is not ready to be a grandchild. She doesn't have a choice. It has happened. It has happened.
Grandmother.
Why? Because in the process of doing an abortion, there is risk. Aside from that, maybe God does not want it. Maybe they could tamper with something. They could tamper with something in this girl's body that maybe later on it can have an effect on her. Or this child doesn't know how many children God has destined for her. You know, by taking it off, you don't know. Maybe that's the only child she will have or not. No, we are just assuming.
Yeah, assumption. Yeah.
Yes. I also want to say, the child, if she had the child does not stop her education. Though it's going to slow her education down. So that one is going to be part of the cross that she's going to carry. You understand? So after the baby, you know, she can swear go back to school. It's just that it's going to slow her. You know, she's going to lose some years and all that. So I think that's a cross that she will carry, just like I said earlier on. So that is it. And they said, children are the gift from God. So though it happened when they were not expecting it, not at the right time, but there's nothing she or the mother can do. Like you said, the mother is not with the father. So if the father and the mother, if they are still having contact, the mother could relate to the father that this is what happened and all that. So even if the father is against it, so the mother should try to let the father see reason why she should keep it and all that. I think that's with my own little understanding.
All right, before you go off on the show. Now, if a parents have female children, as it were, how much do they supposed to know these girls? How are they supposed to know them? What is the actual time for them to let their children know when to get into a relationship?
Well, I've asked this question as well before myself. You see, like the world we are now, you know, we are in the jet age. It's not like when we were growing up or during the times of our parents, you understand? Even these children now, I have a daughter of 9 years. You know, she already know what sex is because this thing, they teach them in the school. You understand? Sometimes, because I called her some time ago, I said, come, don't let anybody touch your bonbon. If anybody hit your bonbon, I say, make sure you tell me your mom. I say, even your brother, he has a brother of 8 years. I say, even you and your brother, if you are playing, don't let your brother hit you on your bonbon. Don't let anybody touch you on your bonbon. Don't sit on any male. I said, don't sit on their lap. You know, little things like that. Begin to teach them. But that's why the fact I didn't teach them. I've not started teaching her, you know, as in rapport and all that. But this thing already.
You have a foundation. You have a foundation with them.
They teach them in the school. I said, my daughter of 9 years was telling me, he said, Mom, I know where the baby comes from. I said, what do you mean? Where does the baby come from? Because when I had the little baby, the little brother, sometimes he was like, the baby have come. They come down from what? I said, the stomach, they open the stomach, the baby come out from there. They say, oh, you know, things like that. But not quite long ago, she came to tell, she said, Mommy, baby, they don't come out from the stomach. I know where they come out from. I was like, where did baby come out of? She was laughing. I now took her to my room. I said, come and tell me, where does baby? He said, baby come out from under. I said, really? She said, yes. I said, how do you know that? We know they teach us in the school, in the biology, the biology, things like that. You see, now they are not giving them foundation. Our own is just to be, you know, giving them a guideline, even if we don't really expose them to it, but just let them, you know, just try to be teaching them something close or relating to that. You understand? And also, we parents, we are not perfect. You understand? It's only God that takes care of children.
Exactly.
So as we are doing all these things, as we are telling them what they need to know, we should also, as a parent, most especially we mothers, God will help us. We need to be very close to God and be prayerful with our children. God will help us.
So what age do you think, like, a young girl, especially the ones they give birth to you know, most of these girls, they are growing. When you see a 15 or 14 years old child, you think...
Even some 12 years, some 12 years, you see them with big balls and you would think maybe they are 15 or 16.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes, I have children around me like that I see, you know. A girl of 12 years, you know, if you see her chest, you know, you like, this girl is about 14. And when they tell you her age, you're like, 12 years. You know, things like, for me, I don't really, I think from like that age 10, we should, between age 10, 11, 12, you know, because from 12, they're already, I think 12 is teen. From 12 is teen, yeah. So from that age, we should try to be letting them know, you know, that if we let them know, it's not that we are telling them that go and do it. We let them know this is this, this is this. By the time you do like this is what will happen. And I believe that you will not want to drop your school. You don't want people to be laughing at you. You want to go to the university. You want to become this, you know, things like that. But if you go and do like this, if this kind of thing happen, it will stop you. You won't be able to go to school again. It will draw you back. You know, things like that.
Okay, I want to ask you.
To them with love.
All right, ma. Thank you, ma. I want to ask you, why do, especially mothers, why do they actually accuse people who are probably roving around their daughter instead of talking and sitting their daughter down? Why do they have to, like, warn other people, other young guys that are coming towards their daughter, instead of, when they don't even have mutual relationship, like a constant relationship with their daughter? So if
to me, that is wrong. It's wrong. It's not a good idea. You know, our own children should be in the proper position. We need to lecture and all that. You know, we shouldn't drive friends away from there. Even if there is a friend that you really don't like, you know, you don't have to confront that person. First of all, you need to, like, talk to your own child. You understand? So maybe constantly, maybe for example, maybe like my daughter, maybe there's a particular friend I don't want around her. I would have called her to tell her, this person, I don't like this person around you. Maybe because of this, I just don't like this person around you. Just be careful. I don't want to see you and this person coming closer and all that. You know? But if I find out that constantly she's still trying to make friends with such person and all that, then I can be able to confront that person. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't like the friendship between you and my daughter. You know, it's not quarreling. You know, like those days when we were growing up back in Africa. You know, when our parents see us, they will be shouting, and they can even go. And I remember when I was staying with my auntie, if he see any of my school boys come around, he would just, because of that, no friend come to my house. I don't want to see you in my house. Don't come to my street. Don't, you know, things like that. But these children of this day, they don't need that one, no. Especially these abroad children. If you are too harsh on them, you don't correct them with love, you know, to get to a state with waiting, whatever that wants to happen. No. So we should just be very careful with them, and God will help us as we pray along.
Okay, lastly, before you hang up, thank you again for calling, but lastly, before you hang up, what is your straight advice to this lady having a baby that is pregnant, which is not up to 18 years? So what is your suggestion? What do you think she should do? She's listening to you right now.
I have said it. I am not in support of abortion. I'm not in support. A child of her age can undergo birth, can undergo childbirth. So if she has been able to come down to that stage to be pregnant, so she should be ready to face the consequence. You understand? Though, like what I said earlier on, it's not a good idea, but it has happened. There's nothing she can do about it than just to have the baby. Because me, I will not support abortion. It's against my religion.
Thank you very much.
So I won't support it, and that does not stop her from continue her education in the future. It's only that it's just going to slow her down. You know, maybe what she's supposed to do during that time, she's going to nurse that baby, you know, because all that period she's going to be out of school. So by the time she wants to come back, she's going to start all over again. So that is her cross. She has to carry her cross. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Ma, for being a part with the Mario TV show. We really appreciate your call.
Welcome,
thank you
Mario.
very much.
All right, thank you. Okay,
All
bye.
Right. All right. So what do you think? She has said a lot, and she said really constructive words put together. She has really explained as a mother, you know, how we should talk to our children, especially our female girls, you know, on how to package, you know, let's put it that way, on how they should package themselves. So if you're having a daughter, instead of you shouting and ranting on her, I'm sure this topic is just for you. All right, if you have a daughter who is growing, all right, I'm sure this topic is for you. All right, don't shout on them. Teach them the way, teach them how to do it, teach them what to do. You know, if you do all these things, they can learn. A lot of us do not correct with love. A lot of us would rather want to shout. You know, people don't, they are not corrected when you shout on them. People don't see the message when you always insult them. You know, if you are very good at insulting your daughter, you know, you're always insulting her, and she is not free. She will be scared of coming close to you. She will be scared of telling you deep things that she has been hearing outside, that she has been listening. Remember, she might also be meeting other children, other kids as well, maybe white, who doesn't care, you know. So they should be able to know where they are coming from, who they are, what they can do at every particular stage in their life. So when we have this mutual relationship with our children, with our kids, I'm sure that things will be much easier for us. But when we fail to do all these things, probably like this program is going on, and hello, I want you guys to share this video and invite your friends. Good evening.
My name is John. I'm calling from Rome.
Thank you, Brother John. No, hear you, sir.
So I want to contribute for this matter. So this matter, so the woman should go out as an adult, because in Italy, as the way I don't understand the woman. Where is he living? Is he living in Italy or is he in other countries?
She lives in Europe. Okay. I don't want to make mention of where she is. I don't want people to know her.
Okay. You know, the problem is that, you know, if this woman lives here in Italy, it will be a big problem to her.
Why do you say so?
Because, what I say is that before a child becomes he wants to marry or he wants to have so you have to reach what age? 18 years above. So since he's 17 years above, he cannot do. He should go and remove that baby. So Vito.
You should go and remove it.
It's a problem to her, because it's against the law.
Hello, sir. I want you to break your English a little bit so that.
I don't go to school now because I want to try my best.
No, hold on, sir. No, that's not what I mean. So that people who are listening to you can understand you better. You know, more just break the language, more just speak our normal flow to flow, so that more flow.
Okay. So what I talk with the woman, make it go remove that baby.
Why?
You know why?
Why? No.
It's against the law in Italy.
That.
If the woman lives against the law. That child, they will carry that child for that woman's hand because he cannot control. He don't have the ability to control the
daughter.
Baby. That's why, yeah.
Okay, but Oga, would they see some Oyibo when they marry when they give birth before 18? They know they collect their child. So how true is this this word when you talk? So how true is say na law?
Because where before they work, there's one boy, he's a Muslim, you understand? So he's Pakistan boy. So he went to, which is last month, he do marriage. And he married the guy at the age of 16. So when he came back here, so he wanted to bring the girl. They said no. You should wait till 18 years, which is he's 16. The guy is 16 years old now. You should wait till after 2 years. Now you will bring the girl come. So what thing me talk is say, if you want to police case now or whatever, it's a big problem. You understand? So that is why.
All right. Thank you very much. Don't know your opinion. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for coming. All right. I don't know how true is this information that this guy is talking about. I don't know how true this guy that just called is talking about. But if you know what we can do, that's why we have the number there on your screen to call in. You can also explain what we should do or what she should do on this particular issue that is on the table right now. All right. So this man is saying she should go and remove the baby. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mario.
Mag.
Sorry, I called again. I was the one that called earlier.
Okay. Please go on, ma.
I just listened to somebody that just called now. I'm sorry to say this, but we are all entitled to our own opinion. You understand? I stand to correct what he has just said.
All right.
Though I'm not living in Italy, at least with my years in Europe where I live, I don't.
Hello, ma.
Hello.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Ken Amen. Sorry, I'm gonna call out your name, Ken Amen. Please mind your comments on this platform, okay? This is the Mario TV show, and your comments should be a little bit more advanced, okay? Because we have even underage watching you and reading your comments right now. All right, we have mothers who have called their daughters to come and watch this video. So please try and be moderate when you making such comments. Thank you. All right, ma, go on, please.
Okay. Yes, in regard to what that brother said. So I've never come. I don't know. Maybe for what I've known, with the little one I've known, I've never come across any part of the Europe that said that there is a law that maybe a child of 17 years cannot give birth or is against the law, whatever. Though I know it's wrong, but I don't think there is a law that governs that. You understand? And the way he said it, sometimes we should just learn how to, the way we talk matter. Our manner of approach matter. When he just first call, he said he should go and remove the child. You don't. That is human being. You say you should go and remove. It's gonna murder a child. You understand? So I don't support that. Like I said earlier on. And also on the platform, I see people making comment that the mother has failed. The mother should be arrested. No, you shouldn't say that because nobody is perfect. Like I said earlier on, there are some children you try to tell them the right thing, and they just decide that all children cannot be the same. Exactly. I want to quickly give you a scenario. I have somebody around my area. She's from the Congolese, something like that. She's not a Nigerian. She has children, and one of our daughter, I think about that age age 16, 17. The girl was a bit wayward in kind of, let me use that language. So at a point, the girl said she wants to leave the house. Said she's going to leave the house. She's going to go to the social. She'll go and stay in the government house and all that. All of a sudden, the girl just moved out of the house. You understand? Maybe because of the stress the mother have gone through, I've talked to her. Since she, when they get to that age, they just want to, they can't just wait for that age 18 to decide what they want to do. To cut the long story short, this girl went out, was hanging out around, and at the end of the day, the girl got pregnant. The mother, I saw the mother said, it was her sister that told me, her elder sister. Her elder sister said, the mother don't even want to see her. He should not even come close to her. The girl had to stay in the government house until she had the baby. Now she already had the baby. The girl herself is regretting that if she had known, she would have listened to her mother and all that. Now she's carrying a cross. You understand? So she just has to start her own life like that as well. Sometimes when things like this happen, we shouldn't be forced to judge people. Don't be like people that are giving comments. Don't be forced to judge the mother, to say the mother has failed. No, you are not there. We were not there. We don't know how the effort that the mother has made or not. Understand? So that's just what I want to correct. Like I said earlier, when we are correcting our children, we should try to correct them with love. And you said something earlier on as well. Sometimes when you shout at these children, they like my daughter. Sometimes when she wants to say something, I just like, what? She said, no, leave. I'll say, come back and say, you wanted to tell me so. He said, don't worry. I don't want to say anything again. You can imagine. Just because I shouted. So I've noticed that. So now, whatever she wants to say, I give her time. I let her say it. So when she has finished saying it, then I'll now know how to come in. So it's not that we parents, we know it all. We are still learning as well. God will help us.
Hello, ma. I'm just seeing a message right now. And the mother is saying, please, can you help me talk to my daughter? She is smoking right now. That she smokes. That's what she means. She smokes, and I don't always feel happy when I see her smoke, or when I hear about people telling or reporting her to me. He said, please, can you talk about it? I don't know.
Well, for me, what I will still say, just like I said it earlier, I am not perfect. I'm just trying to say from the little that, from my own little wisdom, God's given wisdom. You understand? Like this issue has happened. The mother should not abandon her. The mother should not neglect her. This situation where this girl is right now, this position she is right now, she needs her mother. You understand? She needs somebody to talk to. She needs somebody to put her through. So the mother should not, because of what has happened, to say you have failed, you are a useless child. No. She doesn't need all that now. Like she said, I was telling you before, you see, at the end of the day, it has happened. That's not the end of life. Still correct her. You understand? So that's what I can say anyway.
All right. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome, Mr. Mario.
Please stay on the program, please. All right.
I'm still there, no problem.
All right. We just have another vital topic that just came up, and this woman is saying my daughter smokes, and because of her company, I've been talking. I don't smoke. She says she doesn't smoke. That she has been talking. She doesn't know what to do anymore. She's like giving up. She doesn't feel good when she hears that her daughter is smoking. So I don't know, children that we are having here, I don't know how we are bringing them up. I don't know how much their companies has to subdue whatever you've taught them. I don't know how much the companies they keep, the friends they keep, how they been able to subdue you that is a mother or a father, what you have been telling them. I don't know how much, So if you have any stuff to say on this issue, okay, there is nothing wrong in smoking. Smoking is just for fun. But the mother is not happy And since the mother is not happy, I think it's no longer fun anymore. Ken Amen. This Ken Amen, I think you should be bringing up a good comment, of course, you know. You should be bringing up a good comment, all right? In the part where we come from, we believe that when somebody smokes, it's kind of unhealthy. Okay, it's kind of unhealthy for somebody to smoke. You know, we all know the implications when somebody smokes. All right. When somebody smokes, from the part of where we come from, we believe it's irresponsible for you to smoke. Because if it was a nice thing for people to smoke, they would have allowed people to be smoking in the train, you know, wherever you go. So if they can restrict you for some places, or at some places that you shouldn't be smoking, that means it's not responsible at all, you know. I know Ken Amen, I know you are having a fake account, so probably you're going to people's shows to comment rubbish. I'm not asking you to call anybody's name. I'm going to be taking you out right now. Ken Amen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming through, but I'm going to be taking you out right now. All right. So this is a nice question from Lady Ufoma, and she's saying, what has the relationship between the mother and the child been like before the daughter started smoking? You know, probably she has been talking, you know, we can't beat up children. Mama, I have taken him or her away from the platform. He can no longer comment. Just leave him alone. All right? There's no strength for me to be arguing with fake accounts. Of course, fake account doesn't even have right to comment here, because fake account most times it don't even make sense. They just go to people's platform and start, you know, because they are hiding under no identity. You know, so all I do is just tell them not to comment, because most times they don't comment things that make sense. They always comment rubbish. All right. So I've taken that person away from this platform immediately. I've done that. So a daughter is smoking right now. I don't know. This, according to her, she called her daughter to come and watch this program. And that is why I'm also very careful of what we talk about on this platform, because we have even families that are watching with us. We have young people that are also watching with us, you know, who would not want to corrupt people's mind, but either would want to repair those who have been lost, you know. So what is your advice for a young girl who is smoking? Probably the matter didn't come up here, and you actually wanted to advise a young beautiful lady that is listening right now and she smokes. All right, so what advice would you give to her and let her know, you know, let her know that her mother is heartbroken and she doesn't want to see her like that, you know? So that's what we are having right now. All right, that's what we're talking about right now. And then again, relationship between parents and daughters should be very, very strong. Should be very strong. All right. We should know how to correct them. We should not just leave them to go into the pit, as it were. Their daughter, if they do good, they're going to bring good name to us. If they do bad, they're going to bring shame and shackles to us. So we want to actually give out, you know, opinions, good opinions to people who are listening, especially mothers or parents who are listening right now, who have a younger child that they are talking to, that probably is really adamant or does not listen to them. We want you to try other means, not just shouting on them, call them, show love. If you're having a child, younger child now, she's a girl, start it right now. Start telling her what that place means. Tell her when to start using that place. Don't get me wrong. Tell her when she should start having sex, or she should get into a relationship. Because if a girl gets into a relationship, of course she's definitely gonna start having sex. Alright, she should know all these things so that complications would not come up later. If we hide these things from them, as it were, like I said before, if we hide all these information from them, they are gonna, at the end of the day, they will not be free with us. They will not take advice from us. They will seek elsewhere to go and seek advice from, and that's not going to help them, in the future. So if you're a mother, you're a parent, and you're watching right now, probably talk to your child. Well, look at the way you have been talking to your child or your children and see how you can be able to adjust. We know the motherly love is there. No mother wants to see her daughter fail. No mother wants to see her daughter bring reproach to her. Of course, everybody believe that, and everybody wish their daughter well. So if you're a daughter and you're watching right now, probably your mother does not hate you. If she tries to correct you, that is our African way. That is our African way of trying to correct you. She's not European. You might be European, but she's not European. That's how we were brought up. That is how, I beg your pardon, we were raised up, So if she's trying to be like on your nose, try to understand that she loves you more than you know, more than you think. So if she tells you, this is what you should do, this is how you should do it, this is what you should do, this is what, please follow it, because she wants the best for you. Of course, there is no mother on earth. Even though you are a bad mother, even though you are a witch, you fly night, day, I am sure you do not want your daughter to fall into a pit. You would not like it. So every mother is giving out the best way they know how to give advice to their children. Some do it harshly, some do it nicely, some do it lovely. And if you do yours harshly, you should start trying to rearrange how you talk to them, show them love. Go call. Hello.
Hi, Mario.
Hi, good evening, ma. Thank you for calling.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I just want to contribute one or two things to the program today.
We're listening.
There's a lot of things that have gone wrong in the relationship from the onset of their relationship. There's been a breakdown somewhere. It's either a case of not being with his dad. We really don't know, because you know the brighter or the bigger picture to what is going on. We really don't know what has gone wrong that has made this. I have an 18-year-old daughter. I have a 17-year-old son. So I understand the teenage life, because once you have lost them to their parents, you've lost it. So now the deed has been done. She should find a way. I suggest both of them need serious counseling. And she needs to start showing that girl love. Because that girl is at a very vulnerable stage where she is at. So she's pregnant. She's smoking. Somebody might be advising her outside on what next step she will have to take. So she, as a mother, needs to, calm down and speak to that child with love. It's painful, it's hurtful what has happened, but she needs to drag that child closer to her right now. This is the best time to capture that child, because if she keeps shouting on that child, or maybe she's when she doesn't want the child, that child's pair outside might advise that child on what to do. And it might now become very detrimental to her and the child by losing that child. By losing both the virtues and her own child, which is going to be a greater problem. So I suggest she starts now and find ways to drag that child, bring that child closer, not by chastising the child or by screaming. Screaming is not going to do anything at this stage. Screaming is only going to drag that girl out, or it will make matters worse. She might go out and do something from negative advice, and now the mother might lose the child and lose the baby as well. So she needs to calm down now and bring her close, find a way to talk to her. She needs to keep the baby. The baby doesn't end the life of that child.
She needs to keep the baby.
She needs to keep the baby. There's nothing of the right kill the child. It's late. Why kill the child? Why trying to kill the child? That child might lose her womb or destroy something, and at the long run, who is going to cry for it? The mother is going to cry for it. The child is going to cry for it. It's too late.
All right. So, now, a lady, a different person entirely just wrote me and said her daughter is smoking. It's not the same people smoking. Different person just wrote me, like her daughter is smoking and she doesn't like, that attitude. Whenever she hears, see her smoking, it breaks her heart. So, what advice would you want to pass across to such a girl?
When did she notice the child started smoking? What kind of friends does the child keep? Does she know her friends?
Of course she does. She should.
Does she know all her friends? Not her parents know their friends. Some know them from outside. Some don't know their parents. Some don't even know who the parents of their friends are. Like if my children, I know who their friends are. I know their parents. At any given time, I know where they are. That's why you have a mobile phone. I must know where you are. Even though you're running late, you must call me and tell me, Mom, I'll be late. You must have an open door policy with your children. Like you have an open door policy if you go to work. If you have a problem, you go and speak to your manager and resolve issues. This is how we parents should be treating our own children as well. But at the end of the day, if they come and you're scolding and you're always shouting and, they're like, okay, I can't talk to you, right? All right, I'll go and talk to my friends outside. And children will always be children. They're always going to be misled, unfortunately. It's the duty of us, the parents. It's not even about being married or not married. Both single parents. Some single parents are actually far better than married people. Because some married people are so busy chasing money that they don't. The husband is going in the morning, the wife is going in the night, or the husband is going in the night and the wife is going in the morning. They don't have time to speak to their children. So before you lose your child, when they get to 17, she's already an adult. Unfortunately. She only has
17, she's already an adult. 17.
Yeah, consent age of most European countries even start from 14. People should check their laws. Consent age from UK here is 16 years old. 16 at 17, they already have driver's license, they drive, they could do things. But they're only restricted for 1 year to take them to 18, and that's it. So there's a breakdown in the relationships. They should start, finding ways to come back to how they used to be. If they ever used to be good, now is the time to start being together and start discussing and start finding better ways of going around things. Because if your plan A is not working, try your plan B, try your plan. You have how many letters? A to Z. It's got a long way to go until you get to Z and you don't know what to do. Or they can even go for counseling. Seriously. Professional counseling could help. It's just the child is being deceived by whoever outside. And has she found out who the child's baby father is?
Yeah, she knows. Yeah, she knows.
She knows who the child is. Is it around her age?
He's 21 years.
He's 21 years old.
Yeah.
So has she tried speaking to him?
Of course, but not as much because she is trying to say she wants to take the baby off, but probably she would want us to advise her in what to do because she definitely wants her to go back to school. She doesn't want anything to slow her daughter down. Why? She's trying to get into school. So she knows the guy. The guy's not even denying it. The guy wants to be responsible, but she feels like my daughter is still very young. She shouldn't be doing this at the time. That's it.
Well, the thing there is a lot of things going on right now because that child is not even about going to school. She might still go to school. if she is willing to take the child off her and she can go back to school.
Now, you talked about, sorry to cut you there, you talked about parents should know their child's friend or their children's friend. I don't know how you put it.
Yes.
How possible is that? How possible? Like when you have like 3-4 kids, let's say, how possible you have 4?
And I know all their friends.
And you know all your friends.
And I know all their parents. And I have their parents' numbers. I know all of them. I know where they are at a certain time. Sometimes they might lie, they are kids. But I know their parents. So if my child tells me, hey, I'll be back for so time, and there's a delay of an hour, I'll call the parents of where you're supposed to be. Do you know where they are? They say, okay, they're not, or they're on their way or something. You put your mind at rest. Some people, let me not say more, some parents do not know where their children are at any given time.
They don't know.
It's good to know your friend, your children. It's good to know your children's friends. And be very interactive with your children positively. Sometimes I let my daughter who is 18 years old, sometimes I let her talk to her friends in front of me. They feel very free in front of me. Even sometimes I might even go astray and say something. I'll not shush them immediately. I'll just keep quiet and be listening and be laughing because I want to understand what they are talking about. Then later, I don't need to chastise them immediately. So that they will feel free and I will understand where the communication line is going to. Because most times we parents, especially we mothers, we like, hey, don't need prayer. That's how the not trying to come in front of you anymore. Because you're always causing. Then in the worst case scenario now, I am sure she must have known that her child has been having sex. Unfortunately, pardon my language. When she has known that that child has been having sex, what she would have done is taken that child to the doctor for preventive measures.
The doctor?
Yes, for preventive measures.
Okay. Can you expatiate? Can you emphasize on that?
Preventive measures for pregnancy.
Okay.
Then go from there, go counseling and start making amends from there. And start finding ways to bring that child. It's already too late because the child is pregnant. Because I am sure one way or the other, if she's very attentive, she would have picked something going on in the child's life before the pregnancy.
Now, do you think, lastly, before you go, do you think a 17-year-old child should be in a relationship? Do you think so? Like, without no sentiment on it, do you think a 17 years?
I don't. The child should only be thinking about school.
And if we've got 1, 2, 3 who probably have a boyfriend right now and they are watching you or listening to you, what would you want to tell them?
Nothing is too late in life. There's always time for everything. Everything at this their age is like hush, 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 hush. Let's go. But that's not life. Like, we are already tired of a lot of things. Sometimes you sit back and say, oh, if I had known, I should have waited. There is no rush in life. They are going to get tired of it. Concentrate and get the first things first. Don't do the last thing first and come for the first thing last. Concentrate on your education, get your degrees, then you move on from there. Become independent. Whoever is telling you, I love you, I care about you, has the same membrane of brain like you because it's not properly developed. You have not seen anything yet. In this kind of case, there will always be problems. There must be somebody else who is going to attract because her shape, her body is going to change. He will not like her as he used to like because of their brain. Their brain is not properly formed. So concentrate and do the first things first, which is your education. Have your degree, get a good job. Then whatever comes to you, you are an independent woman or a man. Even the boys, I will also relate to you. Put your things, lock it up. Lock it up and concentrate on the first things first. That's what's important. Then after that, you will have a lot of women to choose from. You will have a lot of men to choose from. Then you will have class and business to speak. It's not about this because now she's going to be stereotyped, stigmatized and stuff like that. You don't want that for a young child. This is interact with her and see what how she can help.
All right, we'll see about that as soon as I am done with this video.
No problem. Take care.
Thank you very, very much for being a part of the show.
Wait.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right. All right. Someone else was trying to call in. If you still have something to say, I'm about to round off the program today. I am very, very sure that 1, 2, 3 persons have learned something today from this platform. Right, there's never a dull moment, even though we are not as much, but you know, to the very few who have been able to watch, you know, I'm very sure that they've learned something, you know, from this topic tonight. You know, for anyone who is trying to call, who still want to call or say something, you've still got about 1 minute to call on the show. And please, if you have not shared the video, share so that other people can get to it and other people can see what we have been able to discuss today and see how. I've got a call. Hello. You still have another chance to call in if you have something to say. If you still have something to say, you can call in and let's hear what you've got to say. This is not a platform. This is not a topic where you start beating your daughter or start smashing your daughter. No, it's a topic to enlighten you a little bit. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mario. Good evening.
Good evening, ma. Thank you for calling.
Good evening. Thank you so very much. I really enjoyed this program today. I just have a little contribution. The lady that called earlier, I mean, she said it all. I as well, I have a daughter, you know, so I mean, for me, I would say the woman should allow her keep the baby. It might sound strange to her because the woman would be thinking, what would people say and all that. I mean, it's not really like she has said as a mom. She hasn't, because these children we have here in Europe, they tend to tell you that they know their rights, they know their left, they know when to go out and when not to go out. And another thing is, we as mothers, we should try as much as possible to educate our children on sex education. It's really, really important. It is really, really important. The girl, she might have made the mistake, yes, she told the adult to have sex. Now she's facing the consequences. Yes, she should face it because she decided to do it, and now this is the result of when you try to do what mommy and daddy does. So for me, I would really advise she keeps the pregnancy. Yes, it will definitely slow her down in her career, but I mean, 1 year is nothing. She can still meet up in life. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for the topic. It's really, really educating. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for calling.
All right. Good night.
All right. You have a wonderful night. Bye-bye, ma. All right. I think that is going to be the last caller for tonight, and that is where we're going to drop the curtain for tonight's discussion. We want to thank each and everyone who has been here, who has made a comment, who have called in, and who have shared the program. We want to appreciate you all. Thank you very much for being a part of the Mario TV show. And don't forget, you still have to share the video if you haven't, so that other people can get to it. It's a very, very interesting and educating topic that people might probably learn from. All right. And okay. All right. And so we want to thank you once again. Thank you all. It was amazing to have beautiful people in the house tonight. Thank you for calling in. And we pray that God help us. Make we not born bad children. All right. We pray. Say, may God help us. Make we feel born children when we say we will feel talk to. You know, so things, you know, we not to get stressed. But however, now how we take bring up children, and so they will take grow. If we not bring them up well, there will be something else we will not want to make them be. So the earlier the better. If you're picking not 11 years, your son or your daughter, if you don't 11 years, don't 12 years, don't 13 years, they don't grow be that. I brought children that they grow like person when they eat fertilizer, or like children when they eat fertilizer, that they big. So sometimes some boys go face they don't even reach, especially some of our boys when you come from water side. When they see some of our children when we get the face they don't reach 18 or 19 or 20, they don't know say you're picking day 14 or 13. So it's really, really, really very nice for you to talk to her. Make sure you educate her. Make sure you find a way to interact with her, have that mutual relationship with her, so that she feel the love from a mother or from a father, as it were. Right? Tell them about sex. Right? Tell them how it is, what is the result. When you do unprotected sex, you surely have a result from it. All right. So let our children know all these things. Don't hide anything from them. When they are discussing with their friends, not the kind of friends they keep. Like our caller just said earlier on from the UK, that we should know our children's friend. We should be able to know them and also know their parents. It keeps the bond alive. So it's not easy. We know things are really tight here in diaspora. A lot of things are tight, but we just find a way to make sure that these children listen to us and they hear what we've got to tell them. The best thing is to let them know where they are from, where they are coming from. A child that you give birth to should know that he or she is an African child, and they must also understand that this is where they are coming from and this is where they are going to. So it's going to be where we're going to drop the curtain for tonight. Thank you very much for being a part of the show today. It was really an amazing topic, and a lot of interesting people called in and made a wonderful opinion. So we are advising you lastly, madam, do not ask your daughter to remove the child. Keep your grandchild, whatever it is, however it is, whatever it turns out to be. Keep that baby and try to take care of your daughter. Talk to her. And that girl who smokes, if you're still listening, your mother does not want you to keep smoking. She doesn't want that. She wants you to live a responsible life. People who smokes, it's not, I don't know if it's a sin. It's not a crime. Anyway, it's not a crime, but people who smokes, they bring out a picture which they are not responsible. Right? So, when somebody smokes, you always look like them, they are not responsible. That's why when you see a pastor smokes, you shock. My pastor they smoke, so because you believe that pastors shouldn't be smoking. It's not a part to show that you're responsible. So if you are you're smoking and you're not responsible, we want you to be responsible. That's the best word I can actually use to express that. So stay away from smoking. Your mother loves you. It breaks her heart to see you smoke. Alright, she doesn't hate you, she loves you. Thank you very much, you all. Thank you all for being a part of the show. Good night to you, Osita. Good night to you, Akin, Yvonne. Good night to you, Ella. Good night to you, almost Cynthia. Good night to you all. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Please share, and share the video. Alright, Lady Helen, thank you very much for calling. Exactly. This one is coming in from Linian. Odili. But they are also damaging their health. You know, anyone who smokes, you're damaging your health, all right? Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, just know that when you smoke, especially a lady, you look so responsible. You know, thank you very much, Osita. Thanks for the love. Thank you all. If you're still there, let me see how, and wish you good night rest. I'm Cynthia. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. All right, we are going to end the show for today, and we want to thank you all for being a part of the show. See you again sooner. Of course, we're going to come again subsequently. We're going to be coming subsequently with some interesting topics, as it has used to be. All right, thank you very much, Praise Free. Thank you all for being a part. Julieta, Princess, Morgan, thank you very much. All right. Hello, Saze. Thank you very much, and thank you all for being a part of the show. This is a place. Rather, I am going to end the show and draw the curtain off. Thank you, and we shall talk again soonest. Good night to you, Osaruven Sesonia, and have a wonderful night rest. Bye bye.